Hi y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I want to thank my first time viewers for stopping by and showing your girl some love. While you're here, go ahead and make sure that you hit that like and subscribe button, and also make sure you ring that bell so that you know when I actually upload my videos. I typically upload my videos to this channel every Sunday and Thursday, give or take a little bit. And for my subscribers, I want to thank you for stopping by again and showing me some love as well. Today I decided to do something fun, very colorful look, so if you don't mind, we'll go ahead and get right into it.
I hear you breathe, but I can't see if you're right here next to me. Something's wrong, wasn't it fun? Is it now we're done? You get
sure that we brush. First, we're gonna make sure that we brush all our brows into a uniform direction. Next, we're gonna go in with the Crayon-Case Eyebrow Pomade, and that is dark brown. I absolutely love this pomade. It literally, it makes your eyebrows very precise as well, which actually is one of my new brow products. Typically, I use Maccosmetics Shape and Shade brow tint in the color Spiked, but really loving this Crayon-Case eyebrow, and of course again it's in the color dark brown, and maybe into some spaces that are a little bit more sparse. Next, we're gonna go into our Maccosmetics Studio Finish Concealer in the color NW35. I absolutely love this product for carving precise. I typically use a head eyebrow. Basically what it does is give you a little bit more precise direction as to your, it gives you a little bit more precise direction when underlying. It gives you a more precise when you are actually underlying your eyebrows, and making is basically looking very precise. Especially girl doing a child, you can't go get your eyebrows done. I like this one because it's really creamy, and I love the texture of it. It's thick enough that if you got those, when it's time for you to go get your eyebrows done, it covers them straight eyebrows up real quick. And of course, again, as always, you want to make sure that you blend out any type of harsh lines with concealer or any of your eyeshadow. Next, we're going to go in with the Crayon-Case. And it's called the Eye Glue Stick. Of course, it's washable. So cute. Only a little bit away. And I only took out just maybe, I was out just a little bit amount onto the front of my hand. And basically what you see me doing is patting that in and making sure it's all smooth. They call it called Matte Book. It is by the Crayon-Case. Today we are doing something a little flirty, a little fun. We're going to start with our transition colors, which are the colors that are at the bottom. We're going to start with those two colors first. And basically, if you'll see what I'm doing, I'm basically using those two shadows, pressing those into my crease and making sure I blend those out all at the same time. Next, we are going with yellow. The yellow will be placed right on the inside of our eyes. I push to make sure that I'm getting that color packed in. Y'all, that is literally this. Girl, I'm telling y'all, like, if you don't already have it, please. It is so, like, do, or you can do something really simple too. Your palettes. A combination between, I'm gonna flip that green right there to pat it in. And as you're patting, you're just putting your color right now. You're just doing color paste right now. The importance is just making sure that you have like enough color there so that we'll start to blend your color, at least full color. Everything that you've done, your work won't go away. Now we're gonna go ahead and go into a darker green. I do not have a name, so you'll know exactly what I'm using. So the color that I picked up, I did mix dark green and the dark blue right next to it. And I'm patting that color in, making sure that I get that color when I start to blend all my eye. I'm telling you, girl, pat. And as you see, I'm going back into the eyeshadow. I didn't like overdo it when I put colors in, making sure you can see every color that I use. Y'all, look at the yellow. Look at the yellow. It's so freaking pigmented. Pretty. But anyways, you see I'm just patting that in to a clean brush. I'm gonna pick that up. Basically what I'm gonna do is as I'm doing here, I'm gonna get those harsh corners and making sure that my eyeshadow actually looks good and smooth. You wanna get into the habit of looks literally, it was painted onto your skin. Literally blend. And it's now, all of the brushes that I'm using are clean and they have no product. They're a little stained, but there is no product on them. And I'm using those basically just go ahead and actually blend out those colors to make sure that the colors look uniform instead of fine. You don't want to blend too much to the point of where you have no eyeshadow. I know y'all heard that. Don't judge. Next, I'm using, and that is by the Thecrayoncase as well. I absolutely love this. It's very cost friendly. 2, it is really dark black. Yes, and some. I'm telling you, you would not at all, like, it is such worth the price. Next, we are using the In Extreme Dimension mascara, and that is by Maccosmetics. If you have finer, thinner, more sparse lashes, it could be I don't know. This one really could work for you either way. Like I feel like personally, if that's something that you want to use, you can. However, you just want to make sure, especially on the bottom, because the brush is so big, you don't want to actually end up smudging your under eye. Next, we'll use a lotion. I'm typically a little bit and I'm drier in some places because it doesn't touch up my makeup unless I absolutely have to. So I love this oil control lotion because it allows me not to have to do all of that. And while that's sitting, I'm putting my lash on. Literally my favorite lashes. I have been wearing these for at least 3 or 4, if I'm not off. Yeah, I think it's about 3 or 4 years. Like, maybe I'll discuss in the near future where I actually get them from. But they are my, if I tell y'all where I order from, y'all gonna order them all. I don't have any lashes. And I cannot have eyes. Like, this not gonna work. And as you see, I'm using my fingers basically like as tweezers, making sure that they are uniform with my natural lash. Next, I am using the Milani Stay Put liner, and it is called Link. Sometimes I am extra, scratch that all the time, but I'm using that basically to put a little bit more dark on my liquid liner. This step is completely optional. It is totally up to you. Now I am going into Juvia's Place. That is the matte foundation in the color Kampala, and the number is 340. I really like this foundation. It is very velvety and very smooth. A little bit go away. All you need is a little bit. Just a tad on your hand. I promise it goes across your whole face. Now, if you are like extra, you can use that and pat that in. It's totally up to you. But I only use a little bit, a very long way. I'm literally using my foundation brush to make sure all of it is smoothed over. Of course, there's always, your foundation typically always looks a little bit lighter when you first put your foundation on, and it just takes it a second just to warm up to your skin and all the natural oils that you have in your skin. I know it looks like I'm going over and over again. There's no extra foundation on my brush, but I'm making sure that I do bring that down onto my neck and my jawline. Next, we are using of concealer, and it is in the color NW40. I don't know why my camera won't focus. List down below, but it's 40. Typically, I use concealers only because it gives me, in my mind, and my good sis Jackie Ina, it gives you a little bit more coverage. Typically, I go at least a shade or two lighter with my concealer. That is a personal preference. It is totally up to you. And a few you'll see I actually like to use. I just like to highlight that area, especially if you have like extremely dark circles or just a little bit more darker than what mine are. The lighter concealer helps cancel out, but of course, you know, you want to go ahead and make sure that you do get color matched. I am going in with the sand color, and I don't know how I got all that lash glue on my container. Do not judge me. Maccosmetics, and it's called the Tape Shape Concealer. y'all. Like if you haven't used it, blue child, go buy your local and get matched or match yourself. I swear it is the best purchase ever. It's very light, but it also gives you so much coverage in extreme. So if you see, I'm patting that color in. Ooh, okay, patting that color in and making sure that I am getting all of my dark spots, doing a little highlighting there on my chin and also on my forehead. As you see, I'm taking that same foundation brush that I already used before and making sure that I blend out those edges. Again, blend. I promise you can't get enough blending. But I love using my old foundation brush because it already. Next, we're going to go into the Crayoncase Chalk Dust Setting Powder. And it is color A. This is literally my favorite setting. Higher end setting powders before. And just because it's the absolute best. Because I have found setting powders that I love and some of them that I hate. And some of them I spent a little bit more on. And everything like makeup, again, everything is really trial and error. Just really see what you like. So why not start with a brand like the Crayoncase? It already has very cheap, very cost-friendly products. So why not try it? Why not? And again, I do use a lighter. It's just to set off everything that I'm going to do underneath my eyes. I'll brush it off a little bit. Next, we're gonna in the dark blue there and the light blue. Use a pencil-like brush to make sure that we make this precise. If you see the tip on that brush, unless you have like that color, like a million different colors in eyeliner, you can use your eyeshadow as a liner as well. And of course, you're gonna make sure you blend out those edges. Now we're using the Watch Me blush palette. I know. She came out with a new blush palette and I gotta order it as well. But we're gonna go ahead and start. So we're gonna do a smile highlight right there in the eye. It's more like a bronzy yellow, really yellow shimmer. And that just opens your eyes a lot. Studio Fix Fix powder in the color 7. And what we're doing is basically going to add that color back into our skin where the actual setting powder might have canceled out. Now we're going to use the Watch Me blush palette again. And we're going to use it for our contour this time. And I always contour with the color Hot Cocoa. Of course, you can use any color in that palette, whatever suits you. But I absolutely love Hot Cocoa. Hot Cocoa gives you just enough. Like, it's a little bit, it's chocolate enough to give you a good contour, but it's not like too dark either. Like, I absolutely love it. It's always my go-to. And I'm using also a good contour brush as well. The brushes that I typically use, I have so many different brushes by so many different brands. But this one is by Real Technique. You can find those on sale a lot online with Ulta. They always have specials. They're fairly inexpensive. Girl, yes, contour the chin, child. But making sure that you go ahead and contour that. And I'm using a powder to blend it out. No harsh lines. Next, we're going to actually use the Watch Me blush palette again. And that is for our blush. And we're using the color Tangerine. Girl, look at that color. Look at that so much. Just one dip. Literally, one dip into that color. This is my favorite, my little baby. Milani Make It Dewy is my favorite setting spray right now. Like, literally, I always love, but I also like my makeup to look in. This does all of that for you. It gives you a dewy look without, and it sets your makeup on. It is called Anglowla, and it is by the Crayon. Nearly all of my products almost come from the Crayon. At least 2 or 3 years, if not longer. And I'm telling you, like, look at the highlight. Look, A little bit goes a long way. I'm really thinking about using that and making it into some type of, like, I don't know, body shimmer or something. We're going to go a little bit more color. We are using the Crayoncase, and it is in the mattifying lipstick color, and the color, this color is so pretty and so pigmented, as y'all will see. I use the applicator to go ahead and line my lips and fill in. Tap your lips together, and I promise a little bit goes a long way. And since I do a dark blue lip liner, I use the darkest blue in the matte. I'm going to use it. So you're going to get a brush, yeah, just like a lipstick brush, on your lips, but also blend that color out too as well. There's your nugget. I have the lip liner in the color that you're looking for. Pick up your favorite eyeshadow palette, and I promise, just use a little bit goes a long way. How is that? Until you can get to this color, or you can continue just to use eyeshadow. It is tough to you. I want in a little bit further in my lips because I just want to make sure everything gets blended. I like it. Like, I literally like a little peacock serving. I absolutely touch my hair too as well. I want to thank you so much, and I cannot wait to see the next. Make sure that you go ahead and like and subscribe. Also share this video, and then I'll see you all next time. Bye.